Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Friday Night Eclipse. We're here in Edmonton, Alberta, where we continue to prepare for our next big event of the year, the Summer Smackdown. Tonight we'll begin Miu's next title reign against a woman who was champion until last week, but from whom Miu didn't win. If you need the answer to that riddle, just watch last week's final match. Meanwhile, Ibuki begins the night with a matchup against the Plague Doctor. Teddie looks up to make up for his lackluster performance at the tournament last Sunday with a win over Noah, and Kaito Momota is shooting for the next Galactic Supercluster as he takes on Majima. So sit back and get ready for what should be a good night of action, because this is Eclipse. And starting off our night, introducing first, she is 1/2 or 1/3 of your women's tag team champions. It is Ibuki Mioda.
Representing the crew from Nagata, Japan, 1/2 of the women's hybrid tag team champions, the idol Ivy Muta.
And her opponent, from Monterrey, Mexico, it is the Plague Doctor, Lexibor. And here we go, both women ready, ref rings bell, and they meet in the middle. Ibuki immediately beginning with a quick shot to the leg, a slap, and now a lockup. But Lexi walking her back to the northwest corner. Referee having to separate them. And a right hand, but Ibuki elbowing out of the corner. Whiffing on the first enziguri, connecting on the second. Springboard flying DDT. Rolling Lexi onto her back, onto her back, seating her up. Shots right to the side of the head. And stomping down to the back of the head. Face first into the canvas, and again, Ibuki just having some fun. Into the cover, there's one, and man, imagine if the twist in a Danganronpa 2x2 is that Ibuki Mioda is the mastermind. Imagine. That would be one hell of a plot twist. I mean, the original, identity of the mastermind was the assistant of the mastermind rather was a pretty good plot twist as well, but yeah. Kick to the chest. And Lexi sliding out of the ring, sliding back in, trying to reposition herself, and a flying elbow drop to the chest. Pulling on the arm, trying to really work on that upper body offense. And Lexi with a reverse leg sweep. Heading to the outside, heading up top. Diving crossbody into the cover. There's one, there's two. Ibuki kicks out. And Lexi with a spinning back heel kick. And immediately heading to the corner to set up some sweet shin music. But Ibuki catching that. But Lexi turning that around with an enziguri. Ibuki rolling out of the way. Knife edge chop. Tossing Ibuki tossing Lexi aside. Moonsault for Ibuki. Going for the cover. There's one. There's two. No. Standing senton. Shot to the spine. Acting out her fantasy of being a crab. Whipping the first enziguri, connecting on the second yet again. Standing moonsault, but Lexi rolling out right underneath. Walking the tightrope, double leg drop kick. Heading back to the corner. And are we looking for a cyclone kick? Tornado kick, whatever. There's two. And Ibuki will not kick out. Well, that was one hell of a way to start the night. For a week that, I will be completely honest, has been underwhelming. This is, setting a high bar for tonight.
Here is your winner, Lexibor.
And next up, introducing first.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
It is the one, the only bear from the TV world.
The internet, weighing in at 105
It is Teddie.
And his opponent, representing the Union from overseas, weighing in at 134 pounds, Noah!
And his opponent, representing Ouroboros, it is Noah. And I'm slowly making progress through Xenoblade 3. Slowly. Forgetting where I am exactly. I need to jump back in and save it. Yeah. I know I'm still in Chapter 4. And here we go, both men ready? Here we go. Ref rings a bell to meet in the middle and immediately lock up. Noah pushing Teddie down. Teddie avoiding the grapple, locking up yet again. Headlock now. Teddie pushing him aside, looking for the elbow, but nobody's home. Oh yeah, I got to the colony where the flame clock doesn't exist. Yeah, right. There's an arm breaker. And Teddie with the elbows to the thighs. Noah back up to his feet and immediately locking up with Teddie yet again, who takes advantage of Noah's surprise, walking him back to the northwest corner, and a shot right underneath the ribs. Noah elbowing out. Right hand, or yep, right hands as they meet in the middle. And sure, whatever. Teddie sending Noah over the top rope. Noah fighting back with an elbow, getting back into the ring. But Teddie catching him with an uppercut. And a Hurricane on a neck breaker into the cover, only going to be one. Catching the kick, sweeping the leg. There's two. Noah kicks out. Teddie forcing him back up to his feet. Irish whip and a spear. And Teddie with the recoil, going for the cover. There's one, there's two. Noah kicks out. Teddie with a senton. Middle rope, axe handle drop, and how did that bust Noah open if the attack was to the back of the head? I don't know. Teddie with the middle rope crossbody splash. Getting Noah into a seated position and now into a kneeling position. Unable to run past him. Strong right hand, Teddie in the corner again. Now scrambling up top. Axe handle drop to the top of the head. And Noah to the Western ropes. Teddie sending him running, but Noah with a reversal. Super kick now. Stomp to the wrist, turning Teddie around. And now pulling back. Cross-face locked in. And Teddie managing to escape. To the corner now, turning Noah around. Head first, shoulder first into the turnbuckle, or into the ring post. And an Irish whip. Another spear. Going for the cover again. There's one, there's two, and this time Noah will not kick out.
Here is your winner, the Bear, Teddie!
Well, that's one way to make up for your disappointing loss against Kanji. Granted, Kanji then went on to win the tournament, but still. And Teddie, like, are you seriously ready for the title or not? I really don't know at this point, my dude. And for his first tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, he is one half of your men's tag team champions. It is the Fireman, Junpei Iori. question seems to be how long will they be able to hold down to that belt? Especially considering just how strong Dice have been as of late. I genuinely don't know. And his opponent, representing the Skelebros,
And his opponent, representing
it is Papyrus.
weighing in at 121 pounds, Papyrus.
And here we go, both men ready. And refereeing's bell to meet in the middle with Junpei immediately look for the uppercut, but Papyrus with a reversal and another reversal. Head scissor, but Junpei with a reversal. Head, or a knee to the back of Junpei's head. Picking him up by the wrist. And a spinning arm breaker. Junpei back up to his feet. Papyrus looking for the spin, or for the heel kick, but nobody's home. And now Junpei splashed just a little bit too eager, I guess. And a drop kick connects. Papyrus. Suplex. Up top, but again, nobody's home. Irish whip to the corner. And a flying splash. Going for the cover, only going to be one. Hurricane Rana. And Papyrus grappling again, walking Junpei to the northwest. And now middle rope. Getting Junpei back up to his feet. Diving tilt or diving a satellite DDT. And for the cover, there's 1, 2, Junpei kicks out. There's 2, and Junpei will not kick out of that. And Junpei just didn't really seem to have any answer to Papyrus.
Here is your winner, Papyrus.
And Papyrus getting it done. Yeah, that was one of the matches of all time, I have to say. Instantly forgot exactly what happened. And next up, introducing first, it is the Mad Dog of Shimano, the one-eyed slugger. It is the one, the only Goro Majima. And this should be an interesting match. And his opponent,
Representing Air Boom from New York, weighing in at 164 pounds, Kaito Momota.
representing the Big Bang Theory, it is the luminary of the stars, Kaito Momota. And yeah, I'm curious to see how this will go. Because in one corner we have a perennial champion, championship contender, or champion, never really seems to be anything other than one of those two. And in the opposite corner, we have Kaito Momota, who begins the match with a leg DDT, stomp on the thigh, stomp on the ankle, and to the back of the ankle, to the Achilles. And completely whiffing on that attack. But back to his senses immediately. There's a snap DDT. Locking up, collar and elbow. And Kaito walking Majima back to the northeast corner after having to separate them. And Kaito sending Majima headfirst into the top turnbuckle, but Majima elbowing out. Super kick to the chin. Slamming Kaito's head into the canvas. Trying to hype up the crowd. And locking up yet again. Majima pushing Kaito down, turning him around. And a clothesline just flipping Kaito into a cover. There's not even one as Kaito kicks out. Rear waist lock. Kaito with a snap mirror into a headlock. Pulling on the neck. Surprised he didn't completely shut off his, Majima's windpipe. Hammerlock. And Kaito with the sharp back elbows. Looking to come back with the exploders. And a powerbomb. Kaito forcing Majima back up to his feet. Kick to the stomach. And a DDT. Heading up top. Getting Majima back up to his feet. Cross body into, not into a cover. Instead, turning Majima around. Face first into the canvas. There's one, there's two. Majima kicks out. Kaito can't believe it. Rolling Majima around. Knee to the bridge of the nose. Over the top. Both men to the outside. And back to the ring we go. Only not even, barely, just not a 3 count. Jumping neck breaker from Kaito. Jawbreaker from Majima, rolling Kaito around. Hit attempt, but Kaito turning that around. There's two, and Majima kicks out. And now Kaito flying from the top rope. Up top. diving elbow drop from Kaito. And the luminary of the stars look to shine bright, but Majima kicks out. Majima rolling to the outside, back in. Kaito avoiding the grapple, catching Majima with another facebuster into the cover. 1, 2, and... what do I know? Kaito putting the dog in his place, locking the kennel. Sure.
Here is your winner, Kaito Momota.
And Kaito, what a match from the Luminary of the Stars. Definitely not what I was expecting heading into this match. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, representing Ascension,
Making her way to the ring, representing the Ascension from Avalon, Melia Antiqua.
it is Melia Antiqua.
And her opponent, representing Truth and Consequences from Kyoto, Japan,
And her opponent, representing Harmonious Truth, it is the Ultimate Detective, Kyoko Kirigiri. And here we go. Ref rings the bell. They meet in the middle and immediately lock each other up, collar and elbow, as per usual. And Kyoko escaping to the back into a rear waist lock, but Melia immediately turning that into a headlock. Rear waist lock again, but Melia escaping to the back. Headlock from Kyoko. And again, Melia trying to escape and does, sweeping the leg. Only going to be one on that pin attempt. And again, locking up. Melia with a wrist lock. Hammerlock position for Melia. Kyoko trying to escape and does into a hammerlock against Melia. But Melia throwing Kyoko over her shoulder, working on the shoulder. And Melia with a right hand doubling drop kick connecting. But Kyoko looking to come back with those clotheslines. And the cover, there's one, there's two, and Melia cooks out. And the cover, 1, 2. Melia again, barely managing to escape. Look to the back of the head. Irish whip to the outside. And a DDT from Melia. Rolling Kyoko around. And again. There's 4. Melia with the ground and pound. And into the corner. There's 7. Kyoko back up to her feet. Back into the ring at 9. And Melia now looking for an armbar, but now Kyoko looking for the Irish whip, but Melia with the reversal. And the cover, there's two Kyoko escapes. Double knees to the stomach. Knife edge chop. Slamming Kyoko down. And Melia escaping to the top rope. Completely whiffing on the attack. And now roll up from Kyoko, only going to be one. Uppercut. Knife edge. Irish whip. And Melia with the reversal. Arm drag. And Kyoko elbowing out. And Melia running clotheslines, single leg drop kick into the cover. There's 1, 2, Kyoko still kicking out. Scoop, but Melia escaping. Reverse DDT. Armbar locked in. Kyoko won't stay down via pin attempts. How about a submission? And Melia forcing Kyoko to tap out. Well, if something's not working, you should probably change it up, and that's exactly what Melia did. And guess what? Getting the win because of it.
Here is your winner,
Man, it's amazing what happens when you don't break your own submissions every single time. And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first. She is your two-time women's Universal Champion, two-time women's Miss Money in the Bank. It is Miu Iruma.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Oita, Japan, the Women's Hybrid Universal Champion, the Engineer, Beautiful Iron.
Winning the belt after a successful cash-in last week, where Akane only held onto the belt where I counted 49 seconds from when Akane Iori got the 3 count against Lucina to when she got 3 counted by Miu. 49 seconds, I believe it was. I looked at it. It's somewhere around there. It's less than a minute. I'm fairly certain it's less than a minute. Anyway, Miu, 2 successful cash-ins in her career. And let's see how long she can hold on to this one. And her opponent. She's become a main character of this not promotion, but of this division.
And her opponent from Camelot,
I literally would not have guessed this. I literally would not have guessed that based on like the past 2 years. But becoming a main eventer out of nowhere, it is Lucina. And here we go. Main event underway. Refereeing's bell, and Lucina immediately beginning with a few knife edge chops and now a bridging armbar. And Miu quickly getting out of it. Knee to the chest, kick to the chin. And Miu stomping down on the upper arm. Shot to the spine. And an arm breaker. And the ground and pound. And if I sound exhausted, it's because I am just like heading into hour 4 of recording for today, and yeah. Yesterday was a long day, tomorrow's gonna be a long day, so like today is like the only day this weekend that I had to record, and That's why there's been no tag team matches this week, because I didn't want to waste time with those. Lucina sending Miu into the corner barricade. Setting her over. And a running knee sends her back down. Nearly into the bell judge's corner. Miu bouncing off the corner of the announcer's table, literally just to spear Lucina. Okay. Referee at the count of 6. Are we going to have another disappointing end to the night? Potentially not. Back into the ring before 7. And Miu with a leg breaker. And the running clotheslines. Lucina in the corner. Miu with a leg drop. Into the cover. There's 2 in a rope break. Lucina realizing that it wasn't called off, so kicking out. Potentially using the ropes to help her kick out? I don't know, but Miu with a triple X-plex. Going for the cover. There's 1, 2, and Lucina kicks out. Punt to the stomach. Looking for another kick, but Lucina catching that. Hammerlock DDT. And trying to get Miu back up to her feet. Springboard her satellite DDT. And the cover. 1, 2. Miu kicks out. Lucina with a sliding leg drop. And again. Miu along the outside. Lucina with a spear. And a loss for Lucina here, I'm pretty sure would make it 3 in a row for her. Which is surprising. Yeah, because I think she lost against Maki 2 weeks ago. Lost against Akane last week. Enziguri to get out of that grapple. And a stomp to the lower ankle. And now Lucina with an arm breaker, but Miu kicking out. Irish whip. Arm drag. And looking to walk Lucina, but Lucina elbowing out. Drop kick. Escaping to the outside. Looking for the phenomenal DDT. And there's 2, and Lucina greeting her replacement with a warm welcome. With a cold pitcher of defeat. Man, like, one of those matches where somebody won because somebody had to lose. At least we didn't have a disappointing main event. That was like, we're batting .333 this week. Anyway, as we watch the replays of this honestly pretty damn good match. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you in 2 weeks' time. Because, yeah, like I keep saying, next week most likely will not get anything out because of a lot of stuff going on in my IRL life. Yeah, in 2 weeks' time, we should be seeing you. Monday night for JWE, Wednesday night for Wingcrest, and of course, Friday night for Eclipse. As we set up our Summer SmackDown. But until then, we are signing out from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. See ya.